What's up, y'all? It's your boy Blue Styles Beat.
What up, and what up? Salute to my brothers.
Absolutely.
Gunner, what up?
Gunner forever.
Tag, what up?
My brother Tag.
What we doing,
Make
OG
sure you
Wisdom?
check out the OG Wisdom podcast. You know what I mean? Being it live and raw from the Val Lagoon. Good show, my niggas. I love y'all.
Most of our leaders come out of organizations. You have to be a part of an organization because I think I'm a good leader. You have to have a track record of organizing people, setting goals and agendas, and getting them done.
Yeah. Politicians, I don't really like. Activism is different because you got a goal. It has nothing to do with politics. When you are activist, it's for your people.
Make sure y'all get ready to tune in to my brother, my big brother, C Gutter and Tag, new podcast, OG Wisdom. Better tune in that. A lot of jewels, a lot of knowledge, a lot of lifestyle, a lot of street talk, a lot of hood tales, real stories. Check it out. OG Wisdom, Tad C. Gunner.
Peace. Welcome to another episode of the OG Wisdom Podcast with me, your brother Tad, and my brother C. Gutter. Today, there's been so much going on in these YouTube streets. We try to stick to one subject at a time, but there's a lot going on. Many of us recognize DJ Vlad as a culture vulture, but he was humble enough this time to apologize for his blatant statements that he made. We got Amanda Seals, used to be regarded as a Democratic shill, but she just recently did a 20 verse 1. And then, of course, we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about Dr. Umar's current shenanigans. I mean, when does it stop with dude? I mean, it gets crazy. Gutter, my brother, if you with me, give me the thumbs up when you're ready. All right, while Gutter take care of business in the background, definitely give a shout out to our brother Rich Nice for tuning in and things of that nature. All right. Welcoming our brother C. Gutter to the stage. Gutter, what's the word, bro?
Good, what's cracking?
I can't call it. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Oh, all right. I just want to make sure. Sister K Fighter, where you at? Check your email, sis. Shout out to our sister Farnessa. Shout out to Brooke Melanin. Our sister Brooke at Even Melanin. Yeah, she just finished her genealogy class, Gutter. So what's your week been like, man? Have you been catching up on what's going on in these YouTube streets with Dr. Umar and his new program, as he liked to call it?
Nah. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been running around taking care of a lot of personal stuff.
Yeah, well, you're gonna be in for a treat today. Oh,
I catch a little bit. I didn't catch him. Like the stuff that you've been taught I caught the Amanda Seals.
Yeah.
Night. You know what I'm saying? I was up and I watched that. Then I watched reactions from a few people.
What did you think about it?
What?
The Amanda Seals piece.
Look who they got on there, bro. It's like that'd be raised bait, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's what I got from it.
That for the most part be raised bait is to get black people upset and in arms and arguing mainly with each other.
Right.
That's why they put all these like weirdo people on there that just would be saying some wild shit, like super coonery. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like a lot of her points was not original. They were a lot of points that the FBA been saying.
Yeah.
So, but which is good to acknowledge, because anybody that got like parentage of one of their parents is from somewhere else, you gotta feel like that because you born and raised here. You don't feel like that, like you're a moron. Like you really are. Yeah, no, for real though.
I agree.
Because you would be speaking against half of your parentage.
Right.
And if it's on your, like, if you're going by, like, a lot of people like to go by the biblical term on the father side, paternal side, you know what I'm saying? If the father is FBA, then, you know what I'm saying? How could you, like,
how could you speak against
your lineage?
Against, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But, like, from, and I, like, I don't really follow people like that, so I don't be knowing if I don't already know about it. So I may not know about their past shit. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So from the things I watch is she done made some statements towards Black Americans, which was wild. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? The point of view she had is like she wore them out.
Yeah.
But you gotta, but you gotta like, but at the same time, you gotta understand the people they put up there purposely. Just like with the last one that was going on with Mehdi Hassan.
Okay, yeah.
And all the conservatives.
Yeah.
But you had half of them niggas was fascists and shit like that. That's the shit they do. It's like they not putting anybody that you can have a real debate with. They putting morons on there that make you look even dumber arguing with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like that's that like that's how that platform I like from me watching it. That's the basis of the platform.
Yeah.
Is to get whoever they like, they do the shit with the LGBTQ, the biracial, like they do all this shit in order to keep people at odds.
Yeah.
Because you're not putting anybody with genuine thought.
Right. And knowledge and experience.
Yeah, genuine thought and experience and all of that that's happening in debate. You got a dude that said that was on there that said he never experienced
racism.
My nigga is like, and but these are the people that don't even understand what racism is. They think racism is just some white people that don't like you.
Right. Not realizing that it is systemic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like they put the moronic people on there that make everybody that just got a half a bit of sense like be so tight. You know what I'm saying? Like people like us is like, we already know what it is. Yeah. But you got to remember, we got a lot of people in the masses that may not, you know what I'm saying? They may not have grown that intellectual maturity not to get tight at dumb shit like that, moronic shit like that. They'll be vexed. So now you done put a lot of people in rage over this shit when we already know the shit she's saying is valid and the shit they saying is invalid.
Right. We got our guests in the back too. We got our sister K Fighter on the check-in, and we got our brother Divine on the check-in too. And Gutter, I got a piece of it queued up because I see a brother from Angola.
Oh man,
call him up.
Yeah,
brother Divine, when you ready, give me the thumbs up. Sister K Fighter,
like he was he wasn't the worst, He wasn't the worst, because I'm gonna say the little chubby dark skinned dude was the worst.
Yeah,
like he was just like, cause he like a country nigga. So you country cooning is like the worst.
Yeah. He was one of the dudes in the beginning, towards the beginning.
Yeah, no, because I'm saying it's like any person from the South. Like I said, bro, like my family is not from Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? But I lived in Mississippi for 11 straight years, from 4 years old to 15 years old, my nigga. You understand what I'm saying? So I understand the culture because I was part of the Southern culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers knew how to move, and mind you, I lived down there in the 70s. The
right
early
on the
70s,
right. So the culture was still
to the early 80s. So like believe me, bro, I witnessed the trucks with the Confederate flags. I went to schools with niggas that came to school with that on the truck, my nigga.
All right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, that was a normal that like people don't understand, like that was normal.
Right. So it's and you know what, Gutter, on that point, because I got dude loaded up that you're talking about, and I definitely want to bring our guests in. But that speaks to the point of what we talk about as FBAs, because there's Johnny come latelys who think that shit was like ancient history. And like you said, you lived that shit. You was there. You went to school with their kids. You remember that.
My nigga, I had a friend before he moved down our way. They lived in they were sharecroppers. Stopped being sharecroppers in the 70s, my nigga. I don't know how long their family was there, because we didn't get into, we kids, so we didn't get into the history of that shit.
Right. It just was
what I'm saying? We literally kids, but from just him outhouse, shotgun house, they in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Like they got their own road to get to their crib, which is in the middle of a cotton field, my nigga.
Yeah, brother Divine.
Yeah,
you catch your man shit.
His joint was just like super irritating.
Yeah, I got him queued up, Gutter. I got him queued up for you.
I can get the African dude. I can get a Caribbean dude, because they not taught our history. But nigga, you lived and grew the history.
Right. Let's get our guest thoughts on this. Brother Divine, you caught the 20 verse one?
Unfortunately, doing this kind of work, you got to consume all types of media, the ones you want to see and the ones you don't want to see. So unfortunately, I did watch it, even though I didn't want to see it.
Right. What was your thoughts?
So you getting ready to cue it up so we could get, I want to get real granular with it based on what you show. But I really want to drive these points home because, like with all propaganda like this was, you got to be more aware of the narratives that people are going to try to drive and spin coming out of it. So I want to make something real abundant clear as we move forward, because Gutter was touching on it when he talked about those that grew up in it and understand it. And so for those that are watching live and for the playback, a coon is a foundational Black American that goes against the Black American collective for personal gain. A tether is an Afro immigrant that goes against the foundational Black American collective for personal gain, right? And so what we need to understand is that though one of the most quote unquote profound things Amanda Seales said when she broke down, there are individuals that come here and then pathologize the foundational Black American community. Understand that our fight is with both those groups of people, enemies, both foreign and domestic, that are looking to undermine what we're doing in this movement to center ourselves, our lineage, and our families. I don't want to do a shameless plug, but we just got off an amazing live with Sister Keisha, where she was teaching and training us how to center our families. And we got to understand, to see Gutter's point, I don't view either one of them more bad or more good or the lesser two evils. But one thing I want to point out as we move forward that we got to understand is that trauma and oppression manifests itself
it's very differently within those that it oppresses. And so though we have on this call taken that oppression and said, nah, fuck that, we about to fight back, you're not gonna break us. Understand that oppression, similar to the Stockholm syndrome, will have some of those that are oppressed fighting for the very system. I liken it to The Matrix. That's one of my favorite movies. And when Morpheus is training Neo, and he's looking around at that woman in the red dress as a distraction, Morpheus tells him, and I'm paraphrasing, that if someone is not unplugged from the system, they will do everything, including die, to fight to protect it. And so when we see somebody like that country dude that you about to queue up, understand that he's still plugged into the matrix and he's fighting to protect it because his very identity, his very safe space is tied up in that system maintaining it.
No doubt. Sister King, what you want to add to that?
I was annoyed. I was annoyed because, like Devon said, when you do this work, you have to take the good and the bad. And unfortunately, we have to consume it so that we can articulate a point against it. But first of all, I don't think Amanda Seales, had any standing to conduct such an arena when your lineage is not of this space. Two, in recent years, she had accused a black man of essaying her that came out to be false. And so again, but I understand that this is what the duopoly produces, right? And so, we have to just be prepared to hear certain things and be able to offer a counterpoint with the young people who she was addressing. Again, as Devon said, and Brother Gunner said, coming from where we come from, I'm talking about that person that Gunner addressed as a coon. Coming where we coming from, there has been a repetitive marketing strategy by the conservative wing to keep us doing what we're doing. And so he's falling right in line with that. As far as the tether is concerned, again, he has no standing to even offer an opinion. Your job is to sit and learn. You have no standing. So I look at everything as if it is a court of law. Anybody can't just bring a case against anybody because they feel like it. You have to have standing in order to bring a case against someone, whether civil or criminal. You have to have some sort of standing. And neither person in this arena has standing. So.
All right, I'm going to go to the video and come back with y'all commentary. Here we go, family. For any of those that missed it and want to see the points that we're talking about.
You've been voted out by the majority. Okay. Please return to your seat.
I hope some of y'all are acting. I really do. I really, we in LA, and I hope some people in here are acting. Oh, what's that on your chain?
This is a coin from Israel.
Lord have mercy.
Yes, you gotta go.
That's a choice that you are making for yourself.
Yes. The thing with the whole reparations thing, and I don't know, we're probably close to the same age, so maybe you can't call me.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
I'm 44.
Oh, really? Oh, you look young.
Thank you. That's what water and keeping stress out of your life will do.
Really? Mm-hmm. Liberal positions are real stressful.
By the way, I wouldn't know. I'm not a liberal. Carry on.
Well, it's the liberal position because conservatives believe in hard work. We believe in going to work and working for what you got, not asking for handouts from people who never had slaves. Some of the people that you're asking for money from never had slaves. Okay. And let's talk about the fact there were also Black people that had slaves. So if you want to talk about that, how is that fair? If I'm a white person and my family fall on the side of the Union, Why should I have to pay for slaves when this whole country was never all racist? Some of the founding fathers were abolitionists, and they hated slavery, and they actually put things in the Declaration of Independence and things too, because they believed that there'll be a future where there would be a black president one day, or that there would be people in leadership that were black. There was people in the North who helped with the Underground Railroad and fought with the Union. So why is that fair for people who never had slaves, who fought against slavery, to have to pay for people that had slaves?
One, from my understanding, you are more interested in preserving the fairness of those who didn't have slaves than the fairness of those who are the descendants of slaves. That is priority to you than finding a fair way to accommodate those who have been the descendant of slaves.
Well, our ancestors wasn't asking for handouts. They were asking for equal opportunity. And we have equal opportunity in this country. We had a black president, just in case you didn't know. We had a black president and we had a black vice president. I mean, I think she was black. They said she was black. I don't know. So we had a black president, and you know who voted for that black man? White people, because you can't win a popular election in this country without white people. So Barack Obama is the product of white people. So let's get off this thing where, oh, America is so racist. What's making America so racist is people that continue to talk about racism and continue to focus on racism instead of focusing on unity and bringing our country forward. People that have this liberal mindset are infecting our communities, black people, and making us victims and not victors. I refuse to embrace a victim mentality, because that's not what our grandparents and Harriet Tubman and those people fought for. They fought for equal opportunity. Do not bring up
Harriet Tubman's name in vain, baby, please.
They said the Lord's name in vain. Lord's name.
Harriet Tubman was literally saving her family and others from slavery.
Yeah. You know who helped her? White people.
You know who helped her?
They were on the Underground Railroad.
No. You know who helped her?
Come on in.
You know who helped her?
God and
people who benefit from white supremacy. One of the things
it's a lie. White supremacy is a lie.
No, sir, that's simply not true. If that were not the case, then we wouldn't see the continued effort of colonialism and white people placing themselves in positions of power when they do not have the power.
Because their culture. Black culture is toxic. The black culture is toxic. We have produced a culture that is toxic. And let's get on the fact that there's no fathers in the black home. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
None of this is gonna work if y'all are just gonna sit here and make up shit.
It's
not gonna work. No, it's a debate. It has to be in facts.
You're putting off emotional liberalism.
I am not putting off emotional liberalism. You're putting off unfounded lies based in conservatism.
Misinformation. Remember, they did the misinformation thing all summer, where everything conservative did. They said misinformation.
You're carrying a chain around your neck of an apartheid nation that actively wants to harm black people and non-Jewish people. But let me bring it back. Let me bring it back.
Selling black people in Africa.
That was not happening in the context that you're saying.
And they were selling their own people. Black people still sell their own people today too. By the way,
I don't know if I'm gonna last.
We're selling our own people today too.
I don't know if I'm gonna last.
You probably won't last with me.
I won't, because your ignorance is so overwhelming.
That's liberals. Y'all start name calling when y'all getting defeated in an argument.
You won't have an argument because you keep cutting me off.
Oh, well, that's fine if they don't let me come back. I made my point.
You didn't make your point.
I made my point.
You haven't made your point. And let me just tell you about your point. You started off saying, we believe in hard work.
Yeah.
And we believe in being compensated.
Reparations is not, though. Reparations is not hard work. It's stealing. It's Robin Hood.
You said you believe in hard work.
Yes.
And you believe in being compensated for hard work.
Yes.
Were slaves compensated for their work?
They weren't compensated for their work. But why should people who are sitting at home playing video games, smoking marijuana,
are you sitting at home playing a video game? Are you sitting at home playing a video game?
The people that they wanted
Am I sitting at home playing a video game? No.
The people
and I don't know who these people are that you're talking about, because the majority of the black community is not sitting at home playing video games.
The majority of the black community is doing a lot of things.
Where are you getting that statistic?
Pause. You've been voted out by the majority. Please return to your seat.
I knew I was going to be.
I still need my check.
Woo! Yo, shout out to Superstar Rel. I'm sorry, bro. We had to deal with this craziness. All y'all do it. Bro was like, yo, turn this off now.
This nigga had me laughing all the way through.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front. I felt like Rel did, man.
But I do want to make a point.
Go
I
ahead,
smoke weed and I play video games. I still check, my nigga. All
Word,
that,
right?
shit, yeah, all that. I don't care like that. Yeah, I do both.
Oh man, word, right?
Know what I'm saying?
Why didn't you see someone who has a grasp understanding of history?
Get him, sis.
You know, I would have said off the rip, where was that energy for the Jews of that chain you got around your neck? Where was that energy for the Japanese? Because my grandparents had to pay into that. Where is that energy for these illegal migrants?
Come on.
That, of course, both conservative and liberal representation wanted and still do.
What about the all those slave owners that got reparations?
Right.
Yep.
But he's just regurgitating talking points that he's given. So you have to treat him like the child that he is. He said he was 31. So to her, because she says she's 44, you're a child. And I'm going to teach you like a child. I'm going to spank you in front of the world. And that's what I would have done. But of course, you know, she doesn't have the wherewithal to do that. And of course, she is talking liberal talking points, even though she claims that she is not a liberal. By definition, you are. Your lineage makes you a liberal. Period. By definition, you're already a liberal.
So, Brother Divine, now that you saw that piece, what do you want to add? The context you want to add to that dude?
So, do I have your permission to be a little bit long-winded? Just a little bit?
Do your thing, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I want to hear Gutter's point too after you finish, Brother Divine.
Yeah. I won't be too long, but I just wanted to break it down point by point what I heard and the mental notes and checkpoints that I made in my mind. So first and foremost, which piggybacks on what Sister Keisha said, it was almost apropos that she started that interaction with, oh yeah, I'm in LA, so I know we're gonna have a bunch of actors, because she is one of the bunch of actors, right? And so for you to make that statement and to act like it was for them and not you included, that is the height of hypocrisy and tone deafness, right? And just a lack of self-awareness. So that's one. But two, when we understand that this position that most of these quote unquote coon conservatives, or conservatives as I call them, and tether conservatives, the position that they take, when you understand that it is all an act, then you can understand and sit in front of them and kind of not be triggered. Their entire motive and motivation is to trigger you. That's why he kept saying, oh yeah, you know, look, this is what y'all do, this is what y'all do. You know, even when you look at the origins of where that position comes from, it is from the white lily movement of conservatives, right? That lily white conservatism. And so what is their main talking point?
Polite evil politics.
That's right. What is their proclamation when they're spouting off these talking points? Oh, I want to own the libs. It's not about having an intellectual conversation. It's not about having a debate where you can prove and substantiate what you're saying. You just want to own the libs. And so when you can sit in front of them and break their points down methodically and pinpoint where it comes from, then they are the ones that get triggered. I was just on a panel on another show last week, and it was another one of these baby coons, right? Young
Not
brother.
Dre, right? Are you talking about Dre? Are you talking about the other guy, Dre?
Yes.
Yeah, you were smoking that little,
right. Yeah. And so what happens is when you understand what they're gonna say, I call it the Eminem tactic from 8 Mile. When you can spit out everything that they're going to say before they say it, the debate is over. Like, I already know what you're going to say, because none of this is original. None of this is now whole, I'm a free thinker or independent thinker. No, this is your script. You have to stick to the lines. You can't color outside of those lines. And we could shut the shit all the way down from the jump. And now we can just kind of laugh at you when you try to do the doggy pound in the water to keep your head above the water, because we're about to drown you, right? In facts and figures. And so to kind of touch on just 3 things, and I'm done. First and foremost, I need people to understand, like C. Gutter said, so eloquently. I don't care whether you sit at home all day and play video games or you're the person that is designing the video games. A debt is owed to the entire lineage whose families had ancestors that was enslaved and emancipated in the United States. Full stop. You could be rich, you could be poor, you could be homeless, you could have multiple homes. The debt is still owed to you. That's one. Two, the debt is not owed to us by white people. We are petitioning our federal government to which we pay taxes. And so this whole idea of, well, you want to take it from people that didn't, no, that does not matter. It is the government that codified it into law and passed laws so that we could not get out of slavery. Our debt and our beef is with the government. Mind your business. And lastly, you cannot come up with that false premise of, well, I wasn't here, or I wasn't, or we didn't own slaves. Guess what else? Most of these families, including the white families, wasn't here for. You was not here when that Declaration of Independence was signed. Yet you inherit and bathe in all of the benefits of your citizenship and liberty that was passed with that document. So if we're going to play this game of, well, I was not here, so I'm not responsible, that means you was not here, you don't benefit. But since we know that's not the case, the minute you enter into a new country, you enter into it all of its glory, both good and bad. So the same way you inherit all the things that we fought for and the opportunities that are here, the same way you inherit her debts. So if you are here and you have benefited from any of the services and or citizenship benefits that our families built and provided for you, then you got to pay. And that's that. Or you can go back home. That's okay too. You get to choose, but you don't get to choose whether the debt is owed and when it gets paid. That's not where you have a say.
My man.
Tell white people go home, they ain't really got nowhere to go.
Word.
Word.
I mean, shit. Just look at history.
Yeah.
History and anthropology will tell you that.
Yeah. So on the note of FBA and people jacking our slang from Amanda Seales, I don't know if y'all seen, but DJ Vlad did an interview with Oskino from Owen Sparks. Shout out to them and everybody in Philly. He said some off-color things about FBA. He called it divisive. He called it racist, and he got a little bit of heat. I think he turned the fire down before it got too hot for him, like it did with Farrakhan. Are y'all familiar with that?
Nah, I missed it.
Yeah.
Well, he's now apologizing. He's not gonna do us like he did Farrakhan because he knows.
Nigga, all them niggas from the South is FBAs.
Right. And Willie D was one of the first ones to reach out to him.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Only when you go to a lot of the metropolitan areas do you have the majority of mixing. When you go in, bro, I'm telling, and like I said, I lived in Mississippi, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't seeing nothing but white people and niggas.
And they ain't had no Labor Day parade down there in Mississippi?
Hell no.
When nobody bumping no Afro punk?
Fuck no.
Exactly.
Like you had a sprinkling of Asians, like South Asians, right. But that was, that was right around the time, like we moved down there right around the time when you had an influx of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they was getting those grants to open stores in our neighborhoods because they couldn't go nowhere else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They can't go to the white neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? So that's how they had Korea towns and China towns and Japan towns.
Because they came
whatever you had because they couldn't live with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they can only build businesses in those community or our community.
Right.
So when the motherfuckers couldn't make their money in their community, where they go?
Yeah.
Because we couldn't buy those storefronts and things of that nature. That's part of history. You know what I'm saying? That people should know.
Yeah.
Even though a lot of people don't know. You know what I'm saying? This is the reason why you have the like in New York, because you remember before you had the Arabs, and I was coming back and forth. But by the time I moved back, the Arabs had almost took over all the bodegas.
Right, because I remember when there wasn't too many Arabs.
You had black corner stores and you had bodegas.
Right.
Like when I was little, coming to see my grandmother in Flatbush, you know what I'm saying? And my grandmother lived in the bush. It was like at that time, it was a bunch of niggas lived there.
Right.
Like it's not just like it wasn't just Caribbeans. Caribbeans lived there, but they were just moving over there.
Right.
They were just moving over there in the early 70s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And this is where the mix comes in. That's where the major, like, that's why you have a lot of dudes that got mixed parentage in the 5 boroughs. They around my age and younger. You don't really have them before that. It's rare, but it proliferated late 60s, early 70s, 80s, 90s. It proliferated because this when it was a mass exodus to the United States from the Caribbean, Africa, and all that. So that's where you had a lot of the mixing.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna bring up what Tariq Nasheed was dealing with this dude, DJ Vlad, and get your thoughts and opinions.
You know, approach to it. It was just an approach of unity as opposed to separation. And I just like someone who has, you know, half black kids myself. I want them to embrace everybody, and I want everyone to embrace them.
Right.
And I felt that,
Nigga, you racist.
I was seeing kind of fault on both sides. I wasn't saying, oh, this group is wrong and this group is right. I just felt like a division with two people who, from the outside looking in America, look the same to people, to white people and to the police and so forth, to people who actually have negative intentions. Certain people have negative intentions towards them. And I just felt like I heard about the whole the boycotting of the African hair shops. I was just like, I don't know.
Why he even cared?
It just didn't sit right on me.
Yeah,
and maybe because I didn't understand the whole thing.
Right. And that was basically one person on TikTok.
But it went very viral.
It did go viral. And you know why it went viral? It went viral because a lot of African and Caribbeans, they started using that as an excuse to attack Black Americans. So they made thousands of videos like, oh, the Black Americans ain't shit to these niggas. It was a whole bunch of that. That made it go viral. So yeah.
So it was going back and forth.
It was going back and forth. But it started up with one person talking about doing a boycott. And then that was the excuse for everybody to just kind of dogpile on the situation and blow it up even more. All right. So Vlad, you mentioned your children, babies, and part of their lineage, do they come from, is that lineage part of an immigrant background?
I don't think so. I believe it's mostly Black American background.
Okay.
Yeah.
Southern Black American?
Believe so.
You believe so?
I believe so.
You would know.
I believe so. Well, no, I think it's mostly, well, you know, it depends on how far back you go. Like, I think it's mostly East Coast, you know, like New York and so forth. But, you know, depending on how back you know, how black you go, how back you go,
what kind of Freudian slip is that?
You know, you've always seen kind of the immigration, you know, the movement from the southern states into the northern states.
Right. Yeah, they were.
So I know, because I know I think they do have some relatives like in Florida and stuff like that. So it might be
is it possible that somebody they got Caribbean ancestry? Is it possible?
No.
Because you would know.
That I specifically know.
Okay.
But no, but they haven't done DNA tests and so forth.
No, you don't even have to do DNA tests. You never been to a family reunion?
No.
Okay. It's possible there's some kind of immigrant background.
Possibly, yeah.
It's possible.
And I'm an immigrant myself.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. And that's the thing. What makes a foundational Black American is that we don't have immigrant lineage. That's the thing. That's what makes it's not a group. It's not an organization. It's not something that you join. It's acknowledging the people who are literally the foundation of this nation. Me, on both sides of my family, I have no immigrants in my family. My mother and father, both lineages come from the South. Okay. From the beginning of this country, I can trace my lineage to the mid 1700s on paper, and it goes deeper than that. So that's what we talk about when we mean foundational Black American. We're just acknowledging our lineage and the importance and significance of it in this country, because we are a very unique ethnic group. That doesn't mean that we're better or worse than anybody. We are a unique ethnic group with a very unique history here. And we want people to give that the same respect that we give other people. there's the thing, Vlad, where people want to make us generic Africans. The term African American is a misnomer. That was a term that got popularized in 1988 by Jesse Jackson, the Congressional Black Caucus, and the Democrats. No, we as a group, we never called ourselves African American. I think the term African American was in a book in the 1700s by a black preacher. I forgot what the guy's name, but that was the only time we would see that term during slavery. That was a term that we generally didn't use. Really, it didn't get popular until the late 80s. And the term was given to us, and that term was given to us to make us comparable to immigrants. It was to say that we're just like an Italian American. We're just like a Mexican American. So that was to basically almost sanitize our unique history here. And that worked against us. The term African American is a misnomer. Elon Musk is an African American.
Right.
You know?
South African American.
So, thoughts, comments, opinions on that part right there, because I don't want to play the whole video. But I think it's so multi-layered because if I'm not mistaken, and Sister Keisha, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't they both in interracial relationships?
Yep.
Okay. Tariq Nasheed's wife is not black. She's not black. No,
she's half black. Her father's black. Her mother's white.
Yeah, she's biracial.
Biracial. And you know, and I want people to do the studies. Biracial people look at themselves as a separate group as well. They don't necessarily identify as black nor white. There's tons of documentaries out there where biracial people say we're biracial. That's our race classification.
Yeah, they don't want to be identified as black.
Right. And again, Vlad, his wife, I don't know how do you marry someone and not really know their background. I think that's either he's lying, he's lying, or he's not doing his due diligence.
He don't care.
Right.
Like, you got to think about it. Like, all right, he a racist, so why would he care about her background? He want her to know about everything about his background.
Right.
That's just a racist mentality.
Right.
The only reason they want to know anything about us is how can they profit. Like, what information can he give me that I can profit of? If it's not that, bro, they like. I don't go fuck about feelings, but they are parasitic culture.
Yeah. Collective.
Like, bro, none of the things, even a lot of the stuff that you see in Europe that they celebrate as them creating, they didn't create.
Right.
Even their quote unquote homeland.
Yeah.
They just had the thing with the blacks and the Scottish on TikTok. I remember
that's bubbling right now.
Listen, and remember I told you
I was about to say that. You've been saying that since we've been doing this show.
Yeah, I told you the history of the British Isles.
Yeah.
I gave people the history on that. Like, even the Scotia, the name is from Kemetic Queen.
Right.
Oh wow.
You see what I'm saying? So it been blacks there. Got to remember, Kemetic people mine 10 there. What I think, even before the 18th dynasty. So this is 2000 plus BCE. You understand what I'm saying? So it's been. Then you look at the Cheddar Man and all of that. When you look at those owls. When you look at, then you got to think about when we came in again, because it's been numerous migrations from the continent of black people
to
other parts of the world. That's why you got these people on the Sentinelese Islands and stuff like that. You would think they Africans, but they've been on these islands for over 60,000 years.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Black people. You know what I mean? So they have African ancestry, but they're not African.
Right.
And that would be the same thing of certain people that's black.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yes, of course you have. All of us have African. Every human on this fucking planet has African ancestry, my nigga.
Right.
Right.
You know, even white people.
Yeah. Yeah. Whites, Asians. Yeah.
Everybody has African ancestry. But what we're saying, but the thing is, you have the Black Scots, you have the Kochians in modern day Russia, in southern Russia. They have blacks in southern Russia that been there for eons, bro. You got blacks everywhere that been in eons. All we got to do is, so once you leave Africa and you've been there for millennia, my nigga, you're not African anymore. That's your ancestry, and you bring parts of the African culture. We all understand that we bring certain parts of the African culture with us. Right. But then when we're in another region, we have to adapt to that region, and we create a new culture out of the old culture. So that's where it's been going on all over the planet, my nigga.
Yeah.
Whether you got the Olmecs in Central America, which I don't know if people really know, that's North America.
Right.
Central America, Canada, or that's North America. Mm-hmm. So this is on, and so of course you also had the mound builders, the so-called, you know what I'm saying, they indigenous mound builders, but they black.
Yep.
They have African heritage. We also, you got to remember the Abu Bakr from Mali.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is like, we've been migrating all over everywhere for eons. So once you move from somewhere else in there and you stay there for a substantial amount of time, your children, like, you could be there, but your children are no longer that, because now centuries, you 7 generations.
Yeah. It's like when we move out of town, Gutter, and then we from New York, but our kids not, but they hollering, yeah, I'm from New York. No,
exactly.
You from Connecticut.
That's
you
the same,
born and raised here.
Listen, that's the same thing with me. I had to relearn being from New York. When I came back to New York, I was that country nigga.
Right.
No, dudes in school called me Mississippi.
Right.
on everything.
No, I know. That's what we laugh at.
The dudes that know me could tell you that. You dig what I'm saying? Thinking that I was from Mississippi, even though I'm not from Mississippi. Like my lineage is not from Mississippi. You understand what I'm saying? I just lived there. My mother, you know what I'm saying? My mother moved us down there.
Right.
So I don't have a historical link to Mississippi. Right. I just lived there, you know what I'm saying?
In your early years.
So when I came back, niggas like, nah, you're
a country boy.
Yeah, you a country boy. That's how I got in a lot of fights. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it was crazy. I didn't get in fights with dudes that was cool with me that called me that.
Right.
Because it was just a joke with them.
An inside joke, yeah.
Yeah. Mississippi, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Because they already knew, like, because I had a short temper, and I had a complex about being from New York. You know what I'm saying? I'm a teenager, so I had a complex about being from New York. So when dudes say I ain't from New York, we got a problem.
Right.
And I had the little man complex too, because I was still short. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Devon, he may be a part of the Cut Wilsons too.
Right, word.
So I think, and what you said, Gutter, that's something that Tariq Nasheed was saying, you know what I'm saying, towards the tail end. Sister Keisha, what you want to add on to that? Because I'll be remiss.
I think that, one, people need to stay away from Vlad.
Facts.
That's number one.
But they getting paid. That's the thing. They getting a check. You know what I'm saying? And he give out decent checks to them dudes.
I'm about to say, you got to do like Gutter did. Gutter ain't say shit on the platform. It was like pulling teeth.
I saw that.
Gutter wasn't saying shit. Like, nigga, give me my money.
Right? Because he's the police. And
it's
like it's clear in his tactics and how he I don't know how people have been going on his platform for all these years. It's clear how he operates, that this dude is the police. Second of all, like you said, how can you be married to somebody you know that you don't know their background? He know his wife's background. He just trying to elude the fact so that his wife can grandfather clause herself onto our lineage and receive those tangibles. That's
right.
the culture that he's from. He's from the Jewish culture that have been fleecing people for over 60 years. You've been leaning on people and fleecing and getting set aside. That's how the state of Israel was established in the first place. It was a set aside by definition. And so he knows exactly what he's doing. But I do want to commend Tariq for clarifying for the masses, because Vlad does have a huge platform, to clarify for the masses what FBA is. And there should be no confusion. And when he reached out and called, I think it was Vlad who called Willie D on the phone and handed him the phone.
In fact, Willie D called Vlad.
Okay. And then, they're talking on the phone because everybody know what it is. You even have crazy ass Trick Daddy talking about FBA lineage now. And so everybody, it's a clear understanding of who we are. There is no muddied of the waters. And anybody who, claims to not understand that is because you don't want to. Because you're used to leaning. You're used to being a freeloader. And I'm sorry, that's just how all immigrants, white, black, Asian, are freeloaders. Anytime you come to a nation for economic gain, you're a freeloader because you couldn't do it at home. That's just a fact.
Yep.
And for the most part, this is what's crazy. Like Devon was talking about the Stockholm syndrome. Is ever you came to the country that did it to your people directly.
Right.
Yes.
Like that's the craziest part. That's the craziest. Like just look at how many, even though them motherfuckers is everywhere, but look how many Nigerians is in the UK.
Yeah.
Did you see the president of Nigeria? He was just talking about how they sent so many people to the US to be educated. 84% remain. They supposed to come back. That's why they pay for that education for them. They're supposed to come back to build up Nigeria, but they don't come back. You see what I'm saying? So when I hear people too, from the diaspora who talk about, FBA and it's a move, it's a group, it's not a lineage. I expect that from people who are enslaved by the mulatto class, right? Because in the Caribbean, South America, the whites weren't there enslaving them. Yeah, they had the plantations, but their mulatto children ran those plantations. So that's why when you go and you look the history of bleaching and all of that kind of stuff and how they look at us, standing on our lineage, proud of who we are, that rubs them the wrong way because they're used to a lifestyle, a culture that tells them the antithesis of that, right? So you can go to the airport, and I said this on the show. You go to the airport, I wish all of y'all, Christmas Eve, show up at JFK. Go in the check-in counter where people going back home to Jamaica. It's bleach central. Everybody bleached on the goddamn plane. This is just a fact.
That's
Yes.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
That's definitely a big thing.
Yeah. Brother Devon, anything you want to add before we go on to the next topic?
100%. I just wanted to make sure let everybody, get their space to kick it off. So I just wanted to say a couple things real fast, if I can. So to kind of to start from the ending where we ended off, like we went from the video to the Black Scots and C Gutter was breaking down that history. I think one of the things that we got to understand, like they say, one of the, the greatest lie, Satan ever told was that he didn't exist, right? And so we think about what I call the the political religion of Pan-Africanism. I think we have to understand, or at least from my perspective, the greatest lie Pan-Africanism ever told was that Black and African identity were the same. And so because that lie is out there and it's been proliferated for as long as it has been, that's why we start to see this conflation of the two, where you have Afro immigrants to Scotland claiming they are the same as the Black Scots that have been there for as long as they've been there. And the same thing is happening to us here. We had an ethnogenesis. We are an amalgamation of multiple DNA strands and people groups. But Pan-Africanism will tell you that Black Americans and continental Africans are the same, because you can't have Black without African, meaning from the continent, in the concept with which they are framing it. And so, to C. Gutter's point, damn near the entire planet has ancestry that links back to the continent of Africa. And like I always say, having that ancestry and being continental African will never be the same thing. And that's the lie that we're breaking down in real time. So I wanted to point to that. Secondly, to get back to the video, I think the entire conversation requires, my favorite word in this movement is nuance, right? Because we are so used to operating from this duopoly and this black and white dichotomy. Like, a lot of times, a lot of the details that's needed in the context is lost in nuance. And so I think a couple of things can be true at the same time, where what you said, Brother Tad, yes, I would say the majority of biracials look at themselves as a separate group, right? That's why we get the entire concept of the tragic mulatto. Now it is my personal position that the same way in which biracials want to see themselves as a separate category, and we have the tragic mulatto syndrome. I think we're seeing that manifest itself in the bi-ethnic category, right? Those people that are foundational Black American and Caribbean and/or Afro-Latino and/or continental African. And so I don't want to say tragic, bi-ethnic, because that's just kind of, I think that's not inventive enough. So I'm looking for a term for that. But the bottom line is, those bi-ethnics are having the same identity crises that the biracials have. But I'm saying all to say, because of obviously the one-drop rule and how this body of the United States sees us, I will say that there are biracials that, whether it's because their white side is super racist or the non-Black American side is super racist, or whatever the case is, that they are biracial, but they do identify with being foundational Black American. And so, and to that point, again, I can't speak for anybody's marriage, but I will say and advocate a little bit for Tariq Nasheed and his wife, Peanut, because she's been in the limelight with him for the last 20 years. And at no point has she ever pushed herself out there to say, I'm biracial and I don't want to be seen as Black. She has been his wife faithful, have been helped him disseminate his message and supported him in all that he is doing. So I can't sit here and say 100% sure that she identifies as Black. But what I can say is that for the past 20 years that I've been seeing his brother in the limelight with his wife, with his kids, I've never seen her step out and do some of the things that I've seen the tragic mulattoes do. So I wouldn't put her in that category right away. And the last part I'll say to segue from that is this. I don't know, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong or just educate me. I don't know if Vlad is married to that woman that he has kids with. So I don't know if that's the case, but whether that is or not, the bottom line is that, like C. Gutter was saying, and since Keisha was saying, what we find is that, especially with a lot of these white supremacists, regardless of whatever religion they practice, I know he practiced Judaism, right? It doesn't really matter. They don't care enough to know our backgrounds. To them, they're one of the main progenitors of all Black is the same, right? Which is why he's having the comments that he's having. So he don't know, he don't want to know, and he don't give a damn what her background is, right? But as you can see, when Tariq starts to press him, like we press some of these tethers, all of a sudden it's all vague. And right. And one of the key signs when you're dealing with a tether that doesn't want to say their background is they'll quickly say, oh, no, my family's from New York. And the one thing that we know about New York, like C. Gutter just said, is that prior to 1965, the percentage of Afro immigrants in the United States was to the right of the decimal point. They weren't even in any big enough numbers to be substantial. But the place where they've always been substantial is New York. So when someone doesn't want to tell you their background, they say, but I got some some I got ancestors that goes back to New York. More than likely, they are of the tether background or just Afro Caribbean or continental, and mostly Afro Caribbean because continental Africans really didn't get here in large numbers to the 2000s, right? So this is kind of what we're talking about, and
I would
why.
say the 80s.
Right, yeah, under Reagan, and then the boom,
80s, the 80s.
The boom really came in the 2000s.
That's when
large numbers.
80s. That's when you hit the in New York. That's when I was living here.
Yeah,
all the Nigerians and the Senegalese, right in the
Yeah.
80s.
Right.
All the Senegalese came down. Well, I ain't gonna say all of them, like that, but
Right.
a large community of Senegalese came down my way.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
For the and for the most part,
shout out to Jolo Restaurant.
They separate, but they assimilated to our culture. You got more. You got more of the Senegalese Africans, just from my experience.
Right.
When they came into our community, they tried to blend in. They made their kids, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Blend in with the Black American culture. Like they didn't have their kids with the white kids. Because like when they came down, white people, like my neighborhood was probably one of the first ones in Brooklyn in our area that started the gentrification, because we already had white people backed by Pratt Institute. So it wasn't like they were coming and trying to insert themselves into the white community. They had their kids around all of us, and their kids went through the whatever you gonna go through. Because I don't care if you, because I went through it coming from down south.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, nigga. You ain't from New York,
right?
You got a problem. I'm just, if you can't fight or got jokes, you got a problem. I'm just being honest with you.
Yeah.
I think where you from.
Yeah.
Any dude that you know from New York named Country or
yeah.
No,
Word.
that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm laughing because I'm thinking about Country Chris. I'm thinking about my man Country.
And look, like when you got the dudes Country, how do you know the countries? Is because when they came through, they not going for it. You dig what I'm saying? And they like, they talk like everybody else, but they you know what I mean?
They gonna go all out.
Yeah, they went through their little joints, and they stood their ground.
They gonna call every bluff. You say you gonna fuck a Country dude up? Let's get to it. They be ready.
Noon. We all know Noon Country is a motherfucker.
Yeah, Noon crazy.
Gonna beat the brakes off or something.
I think Black had a Country. I had a Country dude named Guilford, and Guilford was thorough.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So you come to New York, you're gonna go through it. I don't care what region of the country of the United States. If you coming from somewhere else, you're gonna go through it, my nigga. Everybody got jokes. Better have jokes or fight. Because some dudes couldn't fight, they had jokes, and both. Nobody don't want to get embarrassed. Like me, I had both. Because I had a good temper. You know what I'm saying? And I'm usually the one that's starting off with the snapping. Like once I already know, because I went through it in Mississippi from being from New York.
Right, you went through it both ways.
Yeah, I went through. I'm the only dude that's not from the South, so I don't know all the South shit. And I'm saying, I'm going through it down there. So by the time I came back, nigga, I'm with it. I got jokes and I can fight.
Right.
I got some swollen eyes, some busted noses, and all that. But we gonna get it, my nigga.
Yeah, not to the degree you went through.
About Tariq real quick.
Okay, again.
No, I was just gonna say about Tariq real quick.
Yeah,
I ain't got no smoke for him. I just pointed out his wife because a lot of times when we discuss racism, race relations, I always find it interesting that a lot of people honoring with someone of the same group. And I mean, I'm of the mindset, rock with who you want to rock with. If you're a man and you like men, that's your business. You're a woman and you like women, that's your business. You black, you like white, you like black. Look, I ain't got a nickel in that quarter, but I do find it interesting for people to cape for a particular group and then not procreate with that group that they're caping for. Like I'm about black folks. And let me tell you, I haven't dated FBA exclusively, but every woman, they were either Caribbean, Black Latino, or continental African. That's my dating history.
Right.
Becky's, no Ming Lee's, none of that.
No,
so I just find it interesting.
I'm gonna keep it tall. I don't too much do light skin chicks.
Okay.
Look,
like I get everything from charcoal.
If they light skin, they gotta have African features.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
light, bright, damn near white.
I don't want the light skinned chick that like no lips.
You don't want the French vanilla. You don't want the creamy peanut butter, brother. You don't want the brother almond. You don't want the chocolate drizzle.
Everybody got their preference. you know, you got some dudes that only like light skin. That only I'm not him. But I'm not in the extreme. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not no extreme. Like no, you know what I'm saying? Because they beautiful.
Right. That's my thing. It's just black women for me. You know what I'm saying? From charcoal to chalk.
Because I know a few light skinned women that I'm fully attractive to. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Sister Farnessa fucking with you, gutter.
Huh?
Look, Sister Farnessa fucking with you. She said you don't want a man to steal.
Negative. Negative. And not like nothing against her, but negative.
Because her mind is warped.
But you know, when they came in the 80s, because that's when a great deal of them did come in.
Yes.
Nigerian Senegalese and all that, as Gutter said. They were allowed in because New York was on fire. We had, beginning in 1986, a plethora of racial cases. So New York was on fire. And I always say, when you look at ethnic cleansing or ethnic erasure, immigration is never first. It's always immigration.
That's right. That's right. And to that point, too, I wanted to say, that was what I was going to end off. So I'm glad you said to Keisha as the alley-oop, is that what we found, too, even during the Kennedy administration, there's a good book called The Mau Mau in Harlem. And in that book, you see that, oh my goodness, the Mau Mau they were advocating to the administration to provide buttons for them, so that when they got to America, they could be identified as non-Black American, so that they would not go through the same thing that we were going through. And I'm bringing it up because, like Gutter said, yes, they came in the 80s, and Sister Keisha just laid down the alley-oop. Is like, listen, because that's one thing that that Vlad said in the video, to bring it full circle. He was like, yeah, I don't really know where she's from, because in my opinion, the cops and everybody else just sees y'all all the same. And that is one of the other greatest lies that Pan-Africanism has proliferated and told us, is that they have always got the same outcomes and same treatment. And we see, like I said, from that book, Mau Mau in Harlem, what they were doing with JFK, with our brother Muhammad Ali, telling the story about how he couldn't go to the establishment after being a Olympic medalist, but continental Africans could go in that same establishment, to the great Malcolm X telling Farmer on TV, no, if you have somebody that has melanin and they could speak Spanish or tie their head up with a turban, they will not receive the same treatment as the so-called Negro. And so that has never been the case. Even though that lie is asinine on its face,
I want to give you a perfect example.
The bottom line is that they have never received the same treatment as us in mass. When distinctions could be made, differences in treatment were made. And so we have to understand that a reality exists, and we have to start carrying ourselves accordingly, because we've never received the same outcomes as them.
To your point, baseball Hall of Famer, Roberto Clemente.
Come on.
Black SE motherfucker.
That's right.
Like, you can't mistake him for a nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely no way they didn't treat him as such.
That's right.
If anybody ever seen that it's an old baseball film with Richard Pryor and Billy D. Williams.
Bingo Long and the Traveling All-Stars.
Bingo. Remember what Richard Pryor was saying? How he was gonna get to the major leagues? He said he was gonna play Cuban. Remember he was gonna play Cuban. That's how he was gonna get to the major leagues.
Wow.
Gonna have me watch that again.
Yeah. So that
I remember that as a kid. Because I'm just like, you a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like how being Cuban is gonna change it. Like I didn't fully
pick it up back then. Yeah.
I didn't fully understand it, but I did, because we used to watch Wild Worlds of Sports every Saturday. So
ABC Wild World,
all the best boxers was Cuban at that time. 70s, early 80s, all the best boxers was Cuban. This is when I'm living in Mississippi, bro. So we watching boxing every year. If you see how them white announcers used to speak about these dudes, and all these dudes was like super black. Like, it was not one, like the only Cuban that I seen boxing that was mixed was Roberto Duran, my nigga. Every other Cuban I was seeing was straight African black. Wow. And if you would listen to how the announcers praise them and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But wouldn't, like, they would never speak on they race.
Wow.
Well, you know what? Speaking of race,
like when Black American boxers, they, at that time they wasn't saying African American. They were saying either Negro or black. 70s, they were saying black.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We have the young black boxer from so-and-so. They just say black dude from whatever city. But they never describe the Cubans as black Cubans as opposed to white Cubans.
Good point. Wow.
So, and that's why I say, why do you think you'll see the Africans wear their full ceremonial garb all the time? Because they know it's going to differentiate them from a Black American.
Yes.
See, the ones that dress like us, they're going to get what we get. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
But if they
trade, no pun intended.
Yeah. Like, it's just like if we in Ghana, if we just got on the shorts, t-shirts, and some slides, they gonna talk to us like we any other Ghanaian,
right?
Until we open our mouth.
You gonna say, oh.
They gonna call you. I forgot that word is Bruni or Brunny, something like that.
Oh, brother, welcome home. It's gonna be a different thing. They might be cursing you out because you done did something you don't know that done bothered them in their country. Then you're like, what happened? They be like, oh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just think about how police is seeing them if they dress like us.
Right. And also that point too, there's an African comedian, and I say comedian lightly, and she's tied to that show, Bob Hart's Abashola, that show that they did with the white dude and the African woman. They got together. But either way, she was doing a set and she was talking about how because she's a continental African immigrant to the UK. She was talking about how when the cops pull her over, she immediately throws on her British accent. And so this is the kind of games that we talk about that Pan-Africanism kind of has hidden for so long, where they just tell you, oh, based on melanin, we all the same, we all get the same treatment. And it's not. The nuances matter and make the difference in the treatment. Like I said, where the distinction can be made, different treatment is made. And so, them joking about it is letting you know the things that they do to make sure that they don't look at us. And there was another video that got posted on social media a while ago. It was a Jamaican sister, and the cops had arrested her. And as she's sitting there in cuffs, she's like, yeah, I'm not Black American. Why don't you go kill a Black American? Why you arrested me? And so this is, it's been one of the best kept secrets, which is now the worst kept secret. And they're mad that the delineation movement is exposing the truth that hid beneath the surface this entire time. And so just last point, the reason why we're getting so much pushback is because once this thing hits full throttle and there's no more hiding and there's no more cover that you could get underneath, now you got to stand on your own and hold your own identity and fight for your own identity and tell this country what you believe that this identity, this ethnic group is old after you was able to come here. And so, that's going to be a beautiful thing.
This is the problem with most immigrants that don't know our history. They come here and assume that we're proud of the government.
Right.
Right. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because I got people, I got people, we from down my way, we got people from the islands, my nigga. Everybody got people from the islands. And then you might have that group. In that group, it's a nigga that's super ignorant. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, yeah, yank, and they don't be realizing, like, you don't know. That's a disrespect for us.
Right.
You just throw the Yankee around, bro. That's a disrespect. That means you think we down with the U.S. government. You know what I'm saying? We not part of that. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, we niggas.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like our pride comes from our resilience through everything that we've been through in this country, and we still here. And some of us, like all of us, not thriving, but it has a certain section of our community that's thriving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even going through all of that.
And on the topic of Pan-Africanism, I want to go to the prince or the pimp. However you want to identify this brother as. But this is a 2-minute clip. We know the brother's been in all kind of scandals, and he just don't stop. We'll be back with y'all comments.
Coming out for the ladies is called Lunch with the Doctor.
Oh my God.
It's called Lunch with the Doctor. You make a $500 donation to FDMG Academy, ladies. $500 donation to FDMG Academy, and you get a free lunch with Dr. Umar, restaurant of your choice in the state of Wilmington, Delaware. I said we got a new program called Lunch with Dr. Umar. Private lunch. Ladies, you got to donate $500 to the FDMG Academy, and I will take you to lunch, private lunch, any restaurant you want in the state of Delaware. It's called Lunch with the Doctor, and it costs you $500. You don't pay for the lunch. I pay for the lunch. Any restaurant in the state of Delaware. Yes, brothers, we got to stop hating. Brothers, we got to stop hating. Don't hate my ninja, because if I ask your wife if she want that luncheon, if I ask your wife if she want that luncheon, if I ask your baby mom, do she want that luncheon with the doctor, we know what she gonna say, ninja. Don't test my intellectual gangster. If I roll up on your girlfriend, your live-in prisoner, you call a girlfriend. If I roll up on your live-in prisoner, your romantic prisoner, you call a girlfriend who ain't there because she want to be, she there because she got to be. If I roll up on your romantic prisoner, my brother, if I roll up on your romantic prisoner, you call a girlfriend who living with you because she got to, not because she want to. Do she want that lunch date with the doctor? Do your wifey want that lunch date with the doctor? I think we all know the answer to that. Me and you are not the same. I keep telling you that. Me and you, we not the same. You not 6'3", dark chestnut cocoa brown with the North Philly beard. You ain't Leo King, ninja. You ain't Pan-Africanist #1. Nobody flying you to every continent to hear what you got to say. Only me. Don't make me take my t-shirt off and turn into King Kong right now.
Show them titties,
Don't make
King
me
Kong.
beat my chest. Don't make me beat my chest. King Kong. Stop playing.
Yo.
This itchy looking ass. Need a bath. How about that? Start there.
World is filled with
This the
pimps and
illest
hoes.
nigga in North Philly.
Those I know.
Yeah, send him some of that root work deodorant.
Yo.
You look like you need a bath.
Yo, and he got the bees. Remember House of Power, Tad?
Yeah.
He got the,
Across
he
the
got
street
the House
from
of
Big
Power.
Kid.
Yeah, he got the House of Power X Clan bees. Yo, My nigga.
Yo.
Oh my God.
But hold up.
Yo.
He's pimping at his finest now. He said, you give me $500 and I'm gonna take you to Denny's. I'm gonna pay for it. I'm gonna pay for it.
That nigga said in Wilmington, Delaware.
Right.
Hey, yo. In Wilmington, Delaware, bro. Like, and I mean no disrespect to Wilmington, Delaware.
Shout out to Wilmington.
Shout out Wilmington. But you know, I'm from New York, so I am biased. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What they got?
Fine dining in Delaware.
Like, no, I'm talking about specifically Wilmington. Like, what they got? Like, you know, anybody from Wilmington that come on the joint, if they, you know, catch it on the rewind, like, tell me, like, let me know. Hit me by, I holler back, or hit my DMs. You know what I'm saying? See, got to underscore where you at. I really want to know what Wilmington got. You know what I'm saying? Yo, hey, yo.
Hey, yo. $500. $500.
Nah, but nah, like, bro, why they got him looking like Corey Holcomb though? Nah, you gotta get it right. Nah, like, why they got him looking like my nigga Corey? Because he's hilarious. Like, that's my nigga. But
yeah, I fuck with Corey Holcomb.
Why they got the cartoon looking like Corey Holcomb? That's supposed to be, you know. They were supposed to have him with the dashiki and the wooden beads.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With the females with the plant and the Denny's in the back. So that's all they. So that's what they saying. That's what he working with is Denny's in Wilmington.
Yeah. Well, I made that with AI. I just put that there with AI. That was going to be our YouTube thumbnail. But I was like, nah, we gotta address this Amanda Seales and Vlad. But that was gonna be our thumbnail because I'm like, yo, this dude don't cease to amaze me. He always got some shit going on. And you got people that still support him though, Gutter. That's the craziest shit. He said this is the new program. Where's the old program? Where's any program?
Yo, my stomach hurts.
Yo. Dude is wild.
I tell you, watch these conscious hoes. I tell you, watch.
Say it again, sis.
I've been telling y'all for a while. Watch these conscious hoes. You hear me? I don't know if y'all follow Brother Tag on social media, but you always got these conscious hoes who be replying with no argument. First of all, how you let Itchy bed you in the first place is beyond me. Maybe I'm just different. I like it when a man who is
hold on. Time out. Did you say Itchy? Yo, Itchy.
I like a man who looks clean, well groomed, dressed well. Like he fits none of that. So
we already seen that.
That get these foods, and I'm sure you have females who sent them $500 to pay for their own date. Because that's basically what you're doing. You send him $500 to pay for your own date. And like Taz said,
if you in Wilmington, right you ain't spending that $5, so he cuffing by half of that.
He said you in Wilmington, you ain't spending.
Yeah, he cuffing half of that. Like it's no like, bro. What you gonna like? You gonna take him to the fish fry joint? Like,
really? And he made sure he specifically said lunch, so it ain't even the dinner menu.
Yeah,
it's the lunch place.
Then he gonna take them on a weekday with the special.
Right.
Right.
He gonna
2 for $20.
He gonna take them on the week. Nah, baby, order what you want. And he gonna take it to Cracker Barrel. He gonna take it to Cracker Barrel. Tell her, baby, order what you want. It's on me.
Without the cracker and without the barrel.
Yo, he's a wild dude. But hold up. Let me ask y'all. Did y'all see his movie?
We also knew from the jeans from his heartfelt video he was already out of pocket. He had the Foxy Bear jeans. You know what I'm saying? He out of pocket. Like, you can't be like, he's one of them fake, like, he mid-fat. Like, he got mid-fat. He like, and not no disrespect to, like, I'm not fat shaming, but I am. It's health, but he like mid-fat. Like, you know how you in the middle, like he ain't all the way fat yet. He just fat enough. You know what I'm saying? He just fat enough where he got like the little A cups. You know what I'm saying? He got the little baby A cups. You know what I'm saying? He really needed training bra. You know what I mean? Yeah. Got a couple of rolls on the back. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't fully fat. Like, his shit ain't rubbing. You know what I mean? His shit ain't rubbing. His jeans ain't rubbing. He just like, he mid-fat.
But hold up, family.
You know what I'm saying?
I got one more for you though.
And he said the Philly beard. He said, and I got the North Philly beard.
Got the freeway.
Yeah, he got the North Philly beard, bro.
Hold on.
That means something.
Hold up. We're not done. Hold
up. He's saying some more.
Hold up. I want you to catch his debut. Yo. Here we go. Put the volume.
Oh no, not not the movie.
Some conscious hoes. There you go.
Oh my God. The man making soft porn. Oh God. Yo. You got the dog skin sister with the afro. Oh, he pulled a black exploitation joint.
What?
Yo.
You know, I reached out to that producer too.
Oh, did you? Hold on. Let me bring a little bit of it back, brother. Let's just give you a little bit more.
Nah, that's a black exploitation. Pull one right after 70.
All those children there, bro.
Man, I think so.
All right, let me go check it out.
See what's up, man.
Yes, sir. I'll get with you later. All right, King.
About an hour,
So this is a movie called Awakened by a sister named Mary Ann Torrent. Go check it out, support her, get her some views. Check out her interview about filming the movie.
What I tell you about
look at the clothes, what you was talking about. My man is dusty.
Hey, lady. Yeah, with the jeans, my nigga, like he violated. And I told you
that don't look smelly.
Hold up, pause that for a minute, my nigga. Pause that for a minute. I need a short discussion. Pause that for a minute. Like, we need a short discussion. Like, we need at least 2 minutes of discussion. Like, what did I tell you, my nigga? He got the dusty jeans. And he middle fat. Like, he middle fat. Look, he got the little breasts, the stomach poking out more than the chest. You know what I'm saying? You know he B&G. You know what I'm saying? That's why the pants is that loose, because he butt and gut. You know what I'm saying? And like, his ass and butt stick out more than anything. You know what I'm saying? He got that walk. Like, if he had some jeans, some properly fitted jeans, you know what I'm saying? He would have been walking like with the ass up in the air. You know that. That's why he got that dashiki on.
Cover all that gut.
Come on, my nigga. Like, he's starring in this.
Oh man. Oh, but look, he was just warming up in that one. He was just warming up.
He got a whole movie.
In this documentary, he's saving black boys.
This is debut.
So he just going to smash and raise kids. That's his whole joint. Like, he's being black exploitation, bro. He is. That's black. He doing the black dynamite. He just doing it. He ain't fucking nothing up. Like, it'd have been cool if he'd have been fucking up like baby daddies and shit like that. No shit.
Right.
Like, all he doing is smash.
Wait a minute, what's going on? We supposed to be talking about your son.
Yeah, my son, right. Yes.
We're supposed to be talking about your son.
Yes. Yes. Oh. Oh, yes.
Hold on. How the Congos in the back, yo?
Michael, why you got the drums?
Yo, how he got the Congos in the back? Yo!
Hey, yo!
Hey, yo, Prophet. I'm still looking outside. I heard you had an affair with
Man, I'm out here working on my lecture to all the claims in the community.
Woo!
Yeah.
The man got the Congos in the background. Ooh,
Yeah.
wee.
He's
Yo,
making
oh
that
man. So like who's the producer? Like who got the money to put that up? Because I got some stories, like we can put some shit together.
Well, the sister name is Mary. Let me see what her name is again. I believe it's Sister Marianne Torrance.
Oh, I gotta start. I need AI.
Lorient.
I need to write me a nice little HUD script.
But no, follow her channel, everybody, because she does go into the story, right, Gutter, on why she
Is
released
he some shit? Like, is they gonna like in the movie is he some shit?
No.
Yeah, he's himself. He's
himself.
No, when I'm well, is he some shit? Like that's answered. Like
yes.
What I'm saying is like, are they showing him as
the hero for black people?
He the hero?
Yeah.
Oh, so
and
this
the
like,
producer was saying how he was so disrespectful to the actors and actresses. Like, he put his hand up her thigh. He wasn't supposed to do that. And she told him not to do that. He was out down with a lot of things. A lot of things.
He was trying to take his drawers off in the first scene.
Oh, he was violating.
Yeah, he was violent.
Oh, your man is a black Trump.
Yeah,
they'll let you do anything.
That was an executive order. Grab him by the coochie.
Even grab him by the hoochie.
He said that was an executive order.
Yeah.
Consciousness before the cookies.
Yeah.
I ain't saying nothing that the producer said. She said he showed up on the set with a dirty bag that he had to keep with him all times. That it was filthy and disgusting.
Wow.
Yeah. This is her page. Marianne Lorient. Go give her a subscribe. She's new to YouTube. She's trying to get her numbers up. She put the information out there because she paid for the movie and Umar didn't want to pay her. And in fact, he tried to sue her for $500,000 for the movie. What? But she said he didn't pay anything. She said he wanted the movie, but he didn't compensate her. She paid the actor, she paid the cameraman, she paid everybody, and Umar so he didn't want to pay.
It's a YouTube movie.
Yeah, it's YouTube.
All right, it's a YouTube movie that he's starring in, but that he wanted done.
Right, she did it.
He asked her to come up with the script, do all of that, find the actors, all that, but under the impression that he was gonna
reimburse her because it was his idea. He met her, found out she was a filmmaker, was like, yo, I want to do an autobiography. She was like, that's expensive. So they did a movie, because in the movie his name is Jermaine. His name is Dr. Jermaine Johnson. He's not using Umar. So it's real funny because the lady, she goes into the spiel. When I first saw it, I thought it was a joke.
Ain't that his name? Jermaine is his name?
Yeah, his real name is Jermaine Shoemake. But when his father converted to Islam, he changed Umar name to Umar Abdullah Johnson.
Where did Shoemaker come from?
That's his mother's name. And you know what's so crazy? Because there's so many people out there on this line. There's a brother named Jason Witt. Jason Witt found his dissertation for him to get his degree. And what he said was what I already suspected. He showed his dissertation, he showed the sightings, and he heavenly cites Dr. Jawaza Kunjufu, peace be upon him. But I said that when I read the Psychoacademic Holocaust, the book that Umar read. And Sister Keisha, and I said that years ago. I said, yo, this is a hodgepodge of Dr. Amos Wilson and Dr. Jawanza Kunjufu. There's really no original thoughts because Dr. Jawanza Kunjufu wrote Counting the Conspiracy to Destroy Black Boys 1 to 3. And then he also had Developing Positive Self-Images in Black Children. And this is why Umar's on the Black Children Crusade, because these are the books he read, as well as Dr. Amos Wilson books. And Dr. Amos Wilson wrote tons of books on Black children and young children psychology.
Why he ain't just write a book on how they affected his life instead of, you know what I'm saying? Honoring them is like that's
right.
He can't be the expert.
Like, all right, because I'm putting something together. So when I talk about anybody that influenced me within any of these books and all that, from me coming up from what I came up in, and then being in the streets and all that, and then reimmersing myself into that. Of course, I'm gonna quote the people that influence me.
Right.
But if I don't have nothing new to come up with, then I'm gonna just talk about my experience.
Right.
That's all I can give you my experience and the people that influenced me to be where I'm at in the thought process I'm at now.
Right. See, that's what smart people do. That's what smart people do. He ain't doing that because he's not that smart. He's intelligent. And what I say to people, right, Gutter, because as Sister Keisha said, you know, I put this on Facebook all the time and I just laugh to see, because I ask, who still support Dr. Umar? If you follow him, is it for the knowledge or is it the entertainment? Like, I follow for the entertainment. He's a funny dude. You know what I'm saying? I guess his daughter's following him to be a comedian.
That's easy.
When I hear him speak or I read his stuff, I know where he gets it from because I read. I said this is not an original thought, but what does he the only one?
Yeah, not to cut you off, but if he know he a good talker and he's humorous, see, he think he got to be Malcolm X,
right?
When you know how many comedians show, most of the good ones show the social ills that's in our communities.
Like a Dave Chappelle, like a God.
Dave Chappelle.
Smart and funny.
Dave Chappelle. We got some that don't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Dave Chappelle. The little short nigga.
Eddie Griffin.
Kevin Hart.
Eddie Griffin.
Cat Williams.
Cat Williams. Yeah, not
Kevin Hart. He tells his experience.
Yeah.
But he doesn't really break down, you know, the reason.
Yeah,
that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because people explain their experience, but they won't explain the cause of the experiences that they went through.
Right.
Like, all of us growing up in our era, we know when the 80s hit, nigga, Reaganomics. We know why what caused the crack era.
And what it did to our families.
And
families of our friends.
Before that, what they tried before with the first war on drugs with the heroin.
With the heroin.
That was Nixon. Where they tried to, and it worked to a degree.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then they came to try to finish us off with the crack. Still ain't work. You know what I'm saying? So we understand, like, we have certain people within the comic community that points this stuff out. You know what I'm saying? You could have been that, my nigga.
Yeah.
You definitely funny.
Yeah.
He definitely funny. I ain't gonna lie. He funny as shit. You know what I'm saying? He funny because he's smart. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you smart and you can point shit out in a humorous way, people gonna gravitate to it.
Yeah.
Bro, people gotta understand, all right. One of the best orators, if you listen to any of his speeches, my nigga, you're gonna laugh in every last one of his joints. You listen to any Malcolm X speeches.
Right.
If you don't laugh, you don't got black humor.
Right. Because he makes
you see some shit is real, but you're gonna laugh. Like when he talk about the doctor, you know what I'm saying? He said, yeah, you just suffer in silence, like that Novocaine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how he points something out. If you don't laugh, you don't got black humor. Because we know we just sitting there till this motherfucker pull our tooth out, which is painful, but he keep injecting this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Rocking us to sleep. Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
With only reason I be on Dr. Umar line and I be trying to tell people because it takes away from those of us that have been doing the work for decades who are serious, because now you make a mockery out of it. You say you come in the name of Malcolm, you say you come in the name of Garvey, but look at what you're doing. And then you keep talking about the ills of the community when you're the living manifestation of the not at home dad thing you keep talking about. You keep talking about men who not taking care of their children. You're manifesting it. You talk about black families. You don't have a good relationship with your nephew, your daughter, your father. And from what Homegirl says with your mom. Your mom called you evil based on what Homegirl said. So how are you out here trying to speak family values and moral uprightness, and you are the walking contradiction of what we hold dear? Because many of us who took on this fight understand that it's a matter of life and death. If we don't,
got a movie showing
we're marching ourselves to the gas chambers. You know, so it's the contradiction, and we're gonna point that shit out every time he point up his head. People may think, oh, y'all always talk about Umar. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? I could show people my resume. I've done way more than Umar. I think every last one of us done, because Umar just got the gift of gab. And Gutter, with you and I being from the streets, we recognize crackhead tendencies and pimp games. You know what I'm saying? That's that pimp lingo. You could talk a good one, but show it better than you tell it. You haven't shown us anything. We don't see your parent group that you keep talking about. We don't see your love show that you talking about. Date with the doctor, the $100 raffle to go to hang out with him. All the shit you say you're gonna do, you haven't done nothing but purchase abandoned buildings.
And he looked like a custody.
Yeah,
he looked like a custody. I don't care.
How you doing the movie and you dusty? How you doing the movie? You a dusty custody? You supposed to go get fresh.
No,
get
but my nigga, how you got them jeans on from that same video when he posted? When that shit was 2012,
right? Right.
Got the same jeans on, my nigga. Like you ain't doing that bad, my nigga.
Ooh.
You getting paid.
Oh man,
you getting paid. Like I can suit you up, but you gotta work out. You ain't gonna be button gutting my shit.
But Gunny, you gotta watch what the sister was saying. What the sister Marianne Laurent was saying. She was like, you know, she believed in him. She's like, yo, I'm from the conscious community. She gave him 2 bands to start, and then gave him more bread on the tail end. You know, and I say a lot of people
have paid him to star in the movie that he was supposed to be funding.
No, she paid him just for his school. She said she
okay.
For the school, she's like, you know, I had a few dollars. I believe
you was talking about for the movie.
Oh,
I was like, God damn, he was funding and still getting paid and ain't paying nothing. Like that nigga is.
But look at his new Grift. Look at his new Grift. Gutter $500. He take you to lunch. He gonna pay for it. But $500 donation. What are you donating to? When there's no school supplies, there's no janitors, there's not even a lunch lady, there's not even an like you.
Where's your administrators? Where's your secretary?
Right.
Where's your principal? Where's your vice principal? You know what I'm saying? Where you gotta have the basis for a school first, unless you're gonna be all of that above and have a very small school. Like I told you, I went to a historic black school. It started as a one room cabin, my nigga.
Right.
You can Google that, Piney Woods.
Right.
Yeah. Niggas can Google Piney Woods. It's in Piney Woods, Mississippi.
And you know it's crazy that you say that, Gutter, because
you can Google that. So that's what I'm saying is like when you talking all that, my nigga, I literally went to a school that started, and when I went there, it was a full campus. Full campus. Nigga, we had commissary, we had cafeteria, we had dormitories, niggas, they had their own farm that like how they worked it with like our parents would pay half the tuition and we would work half.
Okay.
So the students were the workers on the campus.
Maybe that's what he's gonna do. Make the students work.
Bro, I mean but
that's what Booker T. Washington did.
It makes sense because that's one of the same things that happened at Tuskegee.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like people don't like take like all we have to do is go back to those times when we were literally under pressure. You know what I'm saying? Because we still under the same pressure, but it's in the guise of we all together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they still lying.
Yeah.
Like if you don't tell the true history of America, you know what I'm saying, then the kids is not educated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying is like, bro, like
yeah, what it is, Lord Jamar's old video came up from years ago when he had the Godcast with him and the sister Rod Digger. And he was telling Umar, like, yo, my father-in-law built the school on Atlantic Avenue in Brooklyn. Said he'll help you. He said it started with trailers too. You know what I mean? And that's how I knew Umar wasn't serious back when I first met him. And we was at the African Poetry Theater, and we were supposed to do political education classes, and he never kept his word. He never kept his word about no program.
He wasn't serious
like
when I heard it when I came home. Like I wasn't home.
Right.
Then when I came home, if you telling me you're trying to build a school and you buying all these buildings, I don't believe it.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because every last institution that we built started from meager ends.
Right.
You gotta start within the community right there first and build outwards.
But he just wanted the money, and that's all he want.
What do you think you're gonna get how you think you just going full institution just gonna pop up with
because you got delusions of grandeur.
And you don't have like you gotta have a core of students.
Yeah.
To start any school, you have to have a core of students. You gotta have at least a classroom, my nigga. You have one classroom, and like I said, even if it's a classroom of different ages, and you teaching each different shit at different times. That's how that works, my nigga. It don't work. You like, what do you think this is?
Well, I'm working on next week's guest, right, Gutter? And he already confirmed. We want to make sure his schedule is still free so that he could come on. But he's gonna blow your mind. Everything you're saying is just what he has done, and then some is bigger than Umar. Because I believe a lot of his supporters wanted to support from an earnest place of giving from the heart, wanting to see something positive done for young Black children. And unfortunately, the emptiest barrel make the loudest noise. Since he hasn't produced shit, he's louder because it's an echo chamber and all his supporters are echoing his shit. But we're going to have somebody on here that has really done it to a super dope degree with videos and everything to prove, not just talking about what he wants to do, but by showing and proving. But we down to about 10 minutes now. What's some of the things y'all want to leave?
I want to make another point. Bro, it's like it's if you don't I'm getting frustrated with this goofy dude. You know what I'm saying? Because he'll make you lose your train of thought and like
because the shenanigans,
he's like he talk about this and then you got actual people like that homeschool their kids. Right. You know what I'm saying? They homeschool their kids become brilliant. You know what I'm saying? You got Black people that's already doing wonderful things. And you just come in, and then our people got a problem, just like they got with these churches, my nigga. They got a problem with these motherfuckers talking them and pimping them and using them, my nigga.
Yeah.
Look how many churches been robbing our people for years and years and years and ain't did shit.
Word. And then
Like,
you got some churches
if
that
you
really
put
take
money,
care of
if you
people.
put money, if the money is putting, if the community is putting money into you, and you not putting money into the community, then you a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if you in the immediate community. And it's worse with him because he coming in from a broad community. He getting people from all over that he can't even show no proof of what he doing.
Nothing.
You know it's a scam. It's like,
yeah,
this the like, and I'm like I said, like you said, is like you be tight at your people.
Yeah.
It's
Why
like,
y'all even still supporting them?
shit is like when y'all be going to these funky ass churches. Like I be tight, niggas be giving all this money to these people. This nigga got a Benz and y'all dead crap.
Begging for car fare to get on the bus.
Graham, you know what I'm saying? And it's mainly our elders. You know what I'm saying? They like you duping our elders.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But good, I
Then
want us to,
then you got the other shit going on where dudes getting, Diddy like pause, you know what I'm saying? Niggas getting freaked up in the church. So
look, he was trying to put some oils on them actresses. Got it. Yeah. Family, please check out Marianne Lorient's YouTube page. Go over there, subscribe, support her. Tell her the OG Wisdom podcast sent you over there. Check her out. Tell her OG Wisdom and Thorough Black Talk. Say, yo, we saw your movie. She gives background about the movie. He wanted a white girl in it. He wanted a scene with the snow bunny. She was like, nah. She was like, nah, we not. He wanted a snow bunny scene too.
Wow.
At least according to Sister Marianne Lorient. He wanted a snow bunny scene. But that's what I know what it is with dudes. When dudes curse money, it's because they broke and they don't got no access to money. When dudes keep harping on white women, that's because you want one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't this the thing. I don't think about it. Like I don't think about nothing. Like I think about within us. My
exactly. How do we move up?
It's like, nah, I don't like this type of black woman. I like this type of black woman. Like, that's my thing. Like I don't go outside of that parameter.
Right, but
You
it's
know
still a black woman.
Yeah, like if like, bro, any Spanish speaking person I dealt with was black. And that's the only person I've dealt with outside of in Caribbean.
Yeah.
Continental, you know what I'm saying? But any person that spoke English was black.
Right.
You spoke another language, you was black.
Yep. Look, that was my step house. He spoke Spanish. He was black.
That was just how it was. You know what I'm saying? And it's also part of my grooming as well. Not to not like nobody else, but to love yours. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then I just came up in an all black community.
Yeah.
Like I went down south, it wasn't no mixing. You around none but niggas.
Yeah. But good, I want to get our guest words in. So we could get ready.
Yeah, I've been talking too much today. I've been yapping. All right, go ahead.
Nah, because you missed last week, so it's all good. Brother Divine, what's some of the things you want to leave the people with? Talk about your project, how they can support you, and where they can follow you at.
Yeah, so real quick, I wanted to say 1 minute about the show. Like, what's so sad about that the movie that y'all just showed is, if he wasn't in it, we would say, damn, this movie is crazy because it's a parody of what he's supposed to be. But for him to be in it and for it to still be a caricature or a parody of what he's trying to do, I think he getting his usher on. I think this is his confession. Like, I think all that's going on in the movie is all the stuff that he's been doing in real life. You know what I'm saying? From the scenes with the boys' mothers, you know what I'm saying? All the other wild stuff. Like, I just think, like I said, it's it comes a point in time. I watch a lot of the crime shows, right? And when you listen to some of the best interrogators, right? And I'm not giving them props, but you'll hear them say that a lot of times what they've experienced when they're talking to criminals is that a lot of them confess because they were just tired of lying. like they are ready to give it up. And I think everything that's going on with him with the $500 dates and with this movie and with, with it becoming common knowledge about what's really going on with the school and the building and how he owes money, I just think all of it is like, you know what? I'm tired of acting. I'm tired of trying to be something I'm not. Let me just be me and get these dates. Let me do this movie where it shows what I've really been doing in the community for this long. Because like y'all said, at this point, with it all on display, people like that understand that there's still going to be people that support me. Right. And I'm glad that last comment you just brought up, I wanted to bring that up, is that there was that brother, I don't know what Umar did to him or what he got against Umar, but he on a personal crusade. That Honor dude.
Yeah, shout out to Lennon Honor.
Yeah, he be on it, and he did an interview with one of Dr. Umar's, alleged family members who said that Dr. Umar is actually Cuban and Jamaican.
Right. His nephew, yes.
His nephew. So I don't know.
He's not related to Frederick Douglass, yes.
And he not right, exactly. So if this comes out, in addition to everything else he's confessed, if it comes out that Dr. Umar ain't nothing but a tether himself, man, this will just be like it'll everything making sense. So on that note, I'll say, this past Saturday, not yesterday, but last Saturday we had an event. Sister Keisha got a chance to come out and attend it virtually. We had people in person. It was a disaggregation event, educating the community on what disaggregation is, what we got going on in New York as far as legislation. And that was a huge success. It was a family environment. We had the music playing. Everybody was supporting through all the technical difficulties. So it was a great event in person and virtual. And I just want to update the people. We're going to get these dates and times and days and whatever the case is. But from that event, we got a chance to speak with Assembly Member Nikki Lucas, who is the author of the bill. And I could say this because she told me, I thought she was on vacation, but she was kind of hurt in a joking way that we didn't have her at the event. She said she would have loved to have been there, but I know that the politicians are on break. But she was like, nah, the work don't never stop. So she was committed. She wanted to be there. But because of that, which is a good thing, she is going to be setting up listening sessions and a listening tour going around the 5 boroughs, promoting the bill, talking about disaggregation, where we'll be on panels and stuff discussing this with other legislators in different districts and from the different boroughs. So look out for that. As soon as we get some dates and times for that, that'll be the next course of action that we'll be having, in addition to any of the other events that we'll be having, promoting our lineage, promoting this renaissance, talking about disaggregation, talking about a dedicated agency of Freedmen Affairs at the state level, while also keeping this quote unquote reparations commission honest and on point, and letting them know that we ain't going nowhere and we're going to continue to speak truth to power until you get it right. And if you don't get it right, we're going to be able to let the people know that you had a chance to get it right and you didn't get it right because you chose not to get it right, not because you didn't know how to do it.
My brother. See, that's what I'm talking about, because sure enough, we sit up here, we talk our talk and we laugh and joke, but we want the people to know that we active in the community, moving the needle forward to get things done. It just ain't just a Umar bashing and Vlad roasting session. We're serious minded over on this side. Sister Keisha, what you want to leave the people with? And talk about the genealogy. Are you going to do that class again?
Yes.
Because I don't know how I missed it today. Last week was our hood day, so I had family from out of town and everything. So we had a big cookout. We was in the park. Everybody was there. Gutter was there, of course. The whole hood was out. It was a family day. But Sister Keisha, what you want to leave the people with? Talk about the genealogy class and everything else. And don't forget Thorough Black.
Sure. For the future, when folks come before you, do your due diligence. Unfortunately, those of us who came from the Pan-African movement didn't do due diligence and allowed this clown to come before the people. If your family speaks ill of you, if your block speaks ill of you, if your community speaks ill of you, that's a problem. And when you have people still trying to defend that, I just have to say it outright. You are a nut. And so, it doesn't matter. When you look at the 4 of us, excuse me, on this platform, you're not going to have people talk ill of us in a way that disgusts you, but you still want to contribute. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Even on a genealogy class today, one of my aunts sat in on a class.
Right.
So again, because of my character, it's my character. And a lot of people that come before you have bad character. So, yes, we're going to have the class again. I don't know exactly when. I'm going to try to make it quite soon because I'm very busy doing a whole lot of things right now. And of course, helping my brother with the U.S. Freedmen Project and everything that they're doing. So I'm a little bit busy right now, but definitely having a class again. And one of the things that I focused on in the class is that, you can ideally attach yourself to an ideology if you want to, but that's not who you are. It's not who you are. It's not who your grandparents were, and it's not who your parents were. And they're the ones who gave you everything that you are. Your genetic makeup comes directly from them. 75% of who you are come from your grandparents and your parents. So anything else outside of that, you're faking the funk. And that's how a lot of people get tripped up. That's how people get locked up and all kind of stuff, because you didn't listen what mommy and daddy said. You didn't listen what grandpa and grandma said. You went another route, and you paid a heavy price for going the other route. For so long, we have been going the route of inclusion, Pan-African mindset, and it has bitten us in the butt from its inception, going back to when Martin Delaney founded it. It was a problem then, it is a problem now, and we have to pivot and get back to who we are. So I hope to see you all in the next genealogy class. We had a lot of fun. We learned a lot of things. And definitely you can catch Brother Tad and myself every Thursday on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Thorough Black Talk Worldview, and we hope to see you over there.
Appreciate you, sis. Gutter, what you want to leave the people with?
Like Vlad, definitely a racist. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, that's easy. But I'll take a check to go on there. Get some wreck with him. You know what I'm saying? So my whole shit would be wrecked. You know what I'm saying? Because if he want me back on there, he quite sure he done heard this. So he gonna ask me why I think that. So I'll be able to go in. Your boy Fozzie Umar.
Waka waka waka.
I don't know what to say about your boy. But like I said, is we gotta lay some blame on our own people. You know what I'm saying? Because we keep falling for this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to think, and also with the genealogy thing, like Sister said, like I said before, a lot of these people with Irish and Scottish ancestry, it ain't white people, my nigga.
Right.
It ain't white people. If you got that, and all you got to do is go in their history books, my nigga.
Right.
If you go in British history books, I already told Tad about the shit with the dude that when they had the war with Ireland and Scotland, when they invaded Ireland and Scotland, they deported the majority of the black Scots and Irishmen, and also the what's down below, you got Scottish, Irish, you got Cornish. It's not the Cornish, it's enough Welsh.
Right.
It was black Welsh, black Irish, and they've been there for centuries. Like even before those, because Anglo-Saxon is German people. They German and Scandinavian people. Angles were people from Scandinavia. All these peoples are Scandinavians. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember, it was Britons there before Scandinavians, when all these Germanic people and all of them came. But in the media, they put white faces on it. But in all actuality, the majority of those people were black people. That's what they don't do. Then you had the other migration of the Moors. Once they left Spain, they went into Germany, Poland, France, the UK. They came in the UK. You know what I'm saying? Queen Elizabeth herself, who was a fucking mixed breed. You know what I'm saying? Was talking about too many Moors coming into the nation because we already got enough as it is that were already here. So all you got to do is read history, my nigga. Yeah. So all these people, especially from South Carolina and the Caribbeans, a lot of people, and like blacks from Massachusetts and Maine, even though they got a lot of black indigenous heritage, Scottish, Welsh, and Irish as well, blacks. But once, like, you got to remember when the 1683, when they made that law in Virginia with separate black from white, you know what I'm saying, and the Irish, you know what I'm saying, Irish, like, only the whites is Irish, the rest of y'all is niggas.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's part of American history as well.
So we
American
definitely
and Caribbean history.
Yeah, we definitely gonna have to look into that, or what you brought up, what you've been already saying, and now that it seems like they're delineating, the black folks over there delineating, like, yo, we are separate.
What did I send you, Ted? What did I send you?
Yeah. I'll let you bring it up if you want.
You know who else chimed in? You had the Russians chime in. You had the Italians chime in. You had people. You had black people from those countries, not immigrants from Africa,
other places, but from that land right there.
Yeah,
and again,
saying that this
speaks to how FBA are the trendsetters around the world.
That's right.
Nobody were delineating till we started delineating, and that's what we keep telling people.
I wouldn't say that is. I would say that we get the most of the media because all them people always been saying they've been there. So that wouldn't necessarily saying they delineating. They've been saying they the original people of them lands.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they always been saying that. That's the same thing in Israel. You got black people was there before anybody came there. And they say, yo, like,
but that's all delineating is, just stating who I am.
Yeah, just stating, yo, like, we from here, like,
I'm a different group. We around together, but I'm separate from you. And that's what Sister Keisha was, you know what I'm saying? Our grandparents been telling us, but we got a hold of some books, some charismatic speakers like a Umar or something, and then we just took on that identity and told our grandparents they don't know what they talking about. Oh, grandma, you don't know what you talking about. And grandma be like, yo, we ain't from Africa. We been here. You're like, grandma, you don't know what you're talking about because I read in the book and such said, and who would know where we from better than your grandparents? That's like my grandchildren telling me my family history, like little boys.
Because their grandparents told them.
Right, exactly.
So you know what I'm saying? They grandparents told them, and they grandparents told them, and they now certain things got lost in translation. Boo, 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 boo.
Yeah.
Of you know, somewhere, you know what I'm saying, how they got to where they got. You know what I'm saying? Because you know it's always an origin story of any people. They're gonna say how they got here by this way or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Scotia already did it comes from a Kemetic queen.
Yeah.
So that's like they sent out colonizers to go over there and live over, you know, set up because they was getting 10. It was mining 10 in the British Isles. So niggas been everywhere.
So we're gonna wrap this show up.
That's just to say that. Niggas been everywhere.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up today. It was dope. It was dope. I'm glad we got to cover a lot of stuff because I don't know what's gonna come out next week. It's always some new shenanigans. We're gonna have to start hitting 3 topics in one show because everybody's losing their goddamn mind. So, family, we definitely want to thank everybody for rocking out with us.
Joe might say something.
Who, Joe? Yeah. And look, Gutter, man, you're gonna have to talk about Un and Cameron too.
Oh nah. Like,
we
gonna
have to, that's a whole nother conversation. I'm be honest with you. I text Un yesterday too, I told him, you know, the platforms is always open whenever he ready. You know what I'm saying? Whenever he ready to address anything,
his fat ass need to come
do it
on.
here. He could do it, Doggy Diamonds.
Nah, matter of fact, I need to get on his fat ass.
You gonna get on? Were you gonna wait till he get on the show?
I need him to come on. I need to get on him to come on. No,
Oh yeah.
Get on him.
But look, I texted him yesterday. You texted me.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get on him though.
You know,
like using that sweatsuit, man. That's like it's a no go. It's definitely a no go, my nigga.
Looking like his name is Sweets or something.
Like that was definitely a no go.
Y'all gonna leave my big bro alone. I fucks with Un. Un always showed me love. He ain't never made me feel uncomfortable. But yeah.
Now that's Uncle Paulie.
No doubt.
Uncle Paulie, but the short set, my nigga, you ain't that size to be you know to be pulling that one off. Not on no sit down.
Family, I want to thank y'all for rocking
out with little ass legs and all that gut.
Nah, gut.
Come on, my nigga.
I'm closing out the show.
I got to fry him off that. Bro, them legs is too little for that top, bro.
Guys,
nigga look like
I'm shutting down the show.
That nigga egg with legs.
Yo, family, I want to thank y'all for rocking out with us. Check us out every Thursday at 8 p.m. on the Thorough Black Talk Worldview. Every Thursday at 8 p.m. on YouTube. We want to thank all the usual suspects in the chat. Shout out to our troll New York. Shout out to Sister Farnessa, SMD 927. My brother, Professor Carl Tone Jones on the check and always rocking out with us. Shout out to
Royal. Ain't giving me no rack lately. Come on, cuz.
Yeah.
I need some rack lately.
Shout out to the GOAT.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
Sister
What's the name? The panel gave me some rack. Like all these niggas was funny.
Yeah.
Like you had the little fat nigga in the beginning. All this shit was funny. Like
oh yeah. Shout out to Noah
like,
Randall. Concrete Consciousness. Our brother Rich Nice. Rob. I said Sister Aruba, and everybody watching on the playback. We about to be out of here, but again, I want to leave y'all with a comic relief because I'd be remiss if I didn't give the brother his shines. Peace, y'all.
Oh. $500 donation to FBA Academy, ladies. $500 donation to FBMG Academy, and you get a free lunch with Dr. Umar, restaurant of your choice in the state of Wilmington, Delaware. I said we got a new program called Lunch
look fit
with Dr. Umar. Private lunch. Ladies, you got to donate $500 to the FDMG Academy, and I will take you to lunch, private lunch, any restaurant you want in the state of Delaware. It's called Lunch with the Doctor, and it costs you $500.
Delaware.
You don't pay for the lunch. I pay for the lunch. Any restaurant in the state of Delaware. Oh, yes. Brothers, don't hate. We got to stop hating. Brothers, we got to stop hating. Don't hate my ninja. Because if I ask your wife if she want that luncheon, if I ask your wife if she want that luncheon, if I ask your baby mom, do she want that luncheon with the doctor, we know what she gonna say. Don't test my intellectual gangster. If I roll up on your girlfriend, your live-in prisoner, you call a girlfriend. If I roll up on your live-in prisoner, your romantic prisoner, you call a girlfriend who ain't there because she want to be, she there because she got to be. If I roll up on your romantic prisoner, my brother, if I roll up on your romantic prisoner, you call a girlfriend who living with you because she got to, not because she want to. Do she want that lunch date with the doctor? Do your wifey want that lunch date with the doctor? I think we all know the answer to that. Me and you are not the same. I keep telling you that. Me and you, we not the same. You not 6'3", dark chestnut cocoa brown with the North Philly beard. You ain't Leo King. Ninja, you ain't Pan-Africanist #1. Nobody flying you to every continent to hear what you got to say. Only me. Don't make me take my t-shirt off and turn into King Kong right now. Don't make me beat my chest. Don't make me beat my chest. King Kong. Stop playing.